One other thing I'm going to show you is how to make it where you control what goes into a text box. So all I have right here right now is a text box 1. And we're just going to leave it named that for this instance. Previously, we've been doing some calculator projects where when we typed in some letters or had you experiment with that, they would default to 0. Well, we can actually set text boxes so that they only enter numbers, which is really handy if you're playing a game to make sure that it doesn't error out. So this is a little different than what we've done before. Let's double click on the text box. Now it brings up this stuff and we can actually just erase it. Or by now you should also know that another way to get to the code without doing that is if you click on form 2, you go to form2.vb, which is right here. So that brings it to the design, and then form 2, if you click down here, takes you to the code. Cool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually click here on the list. This is a list of all the objects you would have. And we can click on text box 1. And then here's every single thing we can control about it. We're going to call this one, and this is going to be very important when we start working with graphics. It's going to be called a KeyPress event. So you can go ahead and click on that. And it creates a sub that is just dedicated to when the keyboard is pressed and influencing text box 1. So we're going to use an if statement to check that our user is entering what we want. So real simply, if E, the letter E represents, as you can see right up here, the letter E represents a key pressing event argument. And we use the term argument because it could not essentially be true. If we press the letter A, then the argument's going to be false. So we're checking to see if the argument is true. So if key, or if E dot, and it gave us some options. I want you to see those options again. The one we want is key character. Key character is less than 0 or else E dot key character is greater than 9. So we're checking to see if either one of those is true. So it's in between the range. And also, so it has to include both, the key character. This little symbol by now you should know says does not equal control characters, and the control character we don't want to equal is the backspace. So what this is actually checking is if it's any other key other than 0 through 9 from the keyboard, or it's also allowing the backspace here in this statement. And then if that's the case, then the E dot handled, meaning it can be handled, equals true. So you're going to have to take my word for it here a little bit. When I go to type, I'm trying to type letters in there right now. You can probably hear it. It's not working. But if I'm typing the backspace or numbers, it's working perfectly. Letters, no. Numbers, yes. So we can control what characters are being entered in our text boxes, which when we're building a game can be very important.